Bam, bam, da-na-na-na. I can't believe Pitt won. Boston College beat Miami. Alright, that's the last game of the first round. Okay. Let's do it. I'm in completely even match.
Welcome to the college football playoff. The season's had plenty of ups and downs, and all the drama has led up to this point, the first round of the 12-team playoff. And a home field advantage for one side. This place is rocking. And our matchup tonight sets up a potential Cinderella story. The last team to qualify for this 12-team playoff on the road against a team that likely believes it should be resting and watching this first-round game on TV. This is a dangerous spot for the home team and a chance for the underdog to spring an upset and move on to the quarterfinals. As we'll see the number 11 seed in this playoff, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the number 6 seed in the playoff, the Oklahoma Sooners. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit.
Live from Norman.
For this, the college football playoff with an on-campus environment. Can't wait to get this going. And the fair catch signal for and take it. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. The back's got it. Stop after a small gain. Now look at it, 2nd and 9.
Boy, Chris, just watching this first play, this battle with the line of scrimmage in such a big game is going to be fascinating and go a long way in determining who wins this game.
Give it to the back again. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Catch made on the sideline. He does get the foot down. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Oh, the defense. They get this offense to a 3rd down early in the game, a chance to get him off the field. But instead, this quarterback shows you why they've had such a great year with a conversion.
And the Sooners will have 1st and 10 here. There's some pre-snap movement, back in motion. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Scanning the field. It's Arnold. Running back grabs it on a screen. Breaking free at midfield. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. It's a huge gain all the way down inside the 30.
Well, there's nothing better for an offensive coordinator than having a quarterback kind of get into a rhythm early in this game. Another great completion. This guy's off to a great
Yeah, I
start.
should have taken that outside.
Going to try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
That back just had nowhere to go. got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? And he'll set up to throw. It's a quick grab. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
But it's another completion by this quarterback. Another great gain in a first down, and already over 30 yards through the air. This quarterback is in a zone here to start this game.
That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Looking to throw it from the red zone. Makes a quick grab. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see from the defense. Yeah, you give up the catch, but you're right there to be able to stop this receiver from making any yards after the catch.
Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Showed off the stiff arm.
I don't know why I'm refusing to go to the outside.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Nah.
An open target on the left side.
I'm going for it.
Reception, that's about 7 yards, but fourth down coming up here.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the first down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this fourth down and short.
So on their first possession of the game, the offense stays on the field, and they'll go for it. Here we go, fourth down. They'll try to run for it. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma. This offense comes out, immediately gets points on the board. Welcome to the playoff.
Man, that's coming
Good
out
start.
on the field with a purpose. Look, it's playoff time. Everything you prepare for is earned here and now. And that opening drive was the fruits of that preparation.
Oh, shit.
And a misfire there on the kickoff.
What the fuck did I just do?
Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course.
All right.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Single back takes the handoff. He'll be taken down, but a penalty flag on the field. So the offense will decline the penalty and just take the result of that play. Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. They look to throw it here on second down. Makes a quick catch. And they bring him down. That's a very solid gain, but still well short of the mark.
Well, they don't pick up the first down here, but if you can use the quick passing game to stay ahead of the chains, it definitely helps your offense. And if that defense starts to creep up and take that away, that's when you can take a shot downfield.
And he'll drop back here on third down.
Oh, wow, wide open. Whose fucking zone was that?
Big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Chris, there's a lot of pressure on this offense here early in this game. They're down early, third down and long. Nice job of protecting. The last thing they want to do is have to punt this ball away. So instead, the quarterback has time. Nice throw, and it's a first down.
Runs through the defender. It's a strong.
At least I got a bunch of hits on him.
Time expires in the first period. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Trying to extend the play. And he'll wisely throw that one away.
Well, this defense has been incredible all year long, and they continue to be that way in the postseason. Just getting after this offense, whether it's putting pressure on the quarterback, great coverage downfield. Right now, they are dominating this game.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down.
No way! No fucking way!
That's a fresh set of downs.
Are you kidding me?
See this offense look like they've looked all year long. Listen, be able to
Get the hell out of here.
Your offense has got to be able to show an ability to hit throws like this on third down. They hit it, they keep the drive alive. Now they have a chance to put points on the board.
Here's the option play.
That's a tutty.
He's got a lane. Can he make the end zone?
Should not have been a touchdown for him.
Touchdown.
I mean, that play, yeah, but are you fucking joking on that broken tackle?
Here by this back. But the continuity this offensive line was on display, and that's the reason he was able to get into the end zone.
Fucking crazy.
And he knocks through the PAT.
I mean, and on that third down play, the fucking cover 3 match. Like, fucking nobody was in that zone.
And the Sooners offense is back on the field. The last drive, the passing game, very effective. Moved them right down the field. And the defense make adjustments. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. Inside the 10.
Let's go!
He takes it in for the score.
Hey, Brush, how you doing?
Touchdown, Oklahoma.
I knew he was gonna bring that fucking man coverage right there.
PAT is
Let's
good.
go.
Touchdown, 14-7. Now they get set to kick it away.
No way he returns this, right?
It doesn't bring the kick out.
All right, let's go.
Touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the Michigan offense back out on the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. Tackle made to the 41.
You're a tea drinker. I mean, think of rugby with less laterals. That's the best way I can describe it, my guy.
They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
The game moves the ball past the 40, sets up another 1st and 10. It's a quarterback keeper. And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's check out this call. So the offense obviously will decline the penalty and take the result.
I'm not going to let his 99-speed quarterback run. That is the last thing I intend on doing today.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Trying to create
Nothing.
And
Nothing.
he just throws it away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him.
I'm not giving him the quarterback keeper.
He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure. Just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. On the run here, lets it go.
Mike,
It's reeled in. It's pre-scoring.
can someone tackle?
Out at the 46,
Jesus!
Good enough for a 1st down.
Again, there was supposed to be someone there.
Coming up with his 1st down on that 3rd down play. They knew they're going to have to.
There was supposed to be someone right there on that play, and there just fucking wasn't.
Listen, you're down early in this game. Every possession matters. You need points on this drive, and they're able to have that chance now with that conversion.
Running back has it on a screen now. Good job of the defense to fight through the blocks.
Yeah.
Short of the 1st down marker.
Well, they get positive yards here, but I have a sense that they wanted a little bit more with that pitching catch.
Back to throw again.
Another missed tackle.
And he'll make his way out of bounds.
Jeez.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
This is an option play. Guaranteed option.
Offense guys moving closer to the line of gain after that catch. Can he get there on the ground? He's tackled inside the 35 and picks up a first down.
It's a good job here
I
by
didn't.
this offensive line.
That was a good job to load the backfield by him. I'll give him that because I really was not expecting him to
Get the first down on this 3rd and short. See what you can do from here.
give it to the first option.
Wolverines getting set on 1st and 10. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air.
Give me that. Oh my God, if that ball was not overthrown, that was an easy pick. Easy pick if it wasn't overthrown.
Here, the timing seemed to be off between a quarterback and the receiver, but man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. You've got a lot of time back there to throw the ball, and eventually, that's going to cost you.
They get the senior to the ground, but it's a nice run there. So we reach the 2-minute warning as this offense tries.
I mean, you're not wrong about the things you just said.
That run picks up first down yardage, a fresh set of downs for this offense.
Shit.
A quick throw out left, complete. Brought down, but the completion moves the ball inside the 10-yard line. Defense getting pushed back.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
They'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Timeout is called by the defense. That's their first of the half. And they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
That's caught. It's more. And now the defense will call a timeout here. There's something they didn't like about that look, and they'll make an adjustment for this important play. And the offense facing a 3rd and goal from a long way away. Quarterback drops back, running out of time in the pocket.
Big sack! Call that last time out. 3-man blitz. There we go.
The defense will call a timeout here to make an adjustment on their side before this crucial play. And the coach chooses to go for a field goal attempt here.
Ooh! He almost fucked that one.
Watching this guy in pregame, he's got a strong leg. I'm surprised here he's able to put 3 points
Good
up
kick.
here for the offense.
Give me all the time in the world.
Here's the fair catch by the return man.
Now let's see if he does it again. I want to say he's going to do the same shit again.
Okay, so here comes the Oklahoma offense back on the field. This offense scorched the defense with a lightning strike, a one-play touchdown in the last possession. Let's see if they can duplicate that magic here. Defense shoves him out of bounds, and not much of a gain there.
Nah. Let me see.
Pass caught, 2nd down now.
Yeah, he learned his lesson.
It's a shotgun run call. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
How about the timing here by the defense to shoot that gap? As an offensive lineman, you have to anticipate that, close that gap off. Otherwise,
No, I'm Oklahoma. I'm not Michigan.
Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 28. Got to have your pass protection in order on this play. Looking downfield, it's Arnold. Short
Big spin.
tight end here.
Give me that first. Stop the clock.
Good play. Moves the ball to the 39.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues
That's
to
gonna
show.
go down. I just want to get into field goal range at this point.
Time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do
Got
to
him.
get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
Cardoza, the sophomore, touchdown Sooners.
Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
I love that route.
Now to try here for the extra point.
It's such a good route.
PAT is good, so the lead now is 11. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with the touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. returner decides to fair catch this.
I'm going to bring pressure here.
So they start the drive looking for some late fireworks here, less than 30 seconds before halftime. And looking to throw now on first down.
That play is open every time. The safety should have been down there.
I love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting
the safety should have been down there.
This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
I don't know where he was again. That's the same play he ran on that first third down.
So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. The DB's backing off from the line now. He's back to throw again on 2nd and 10. Looking for the wide out. Looks downfield and connects with a wide open wide receiver. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. One more play before they head to the locker room. First down, looking to throw the ball. Nice grab. It's Morgan.
Yeah, it's not the play.
Timeout is called. Important stage.
Any famous players from Oklahoma? Plenty. Switzer, Bradford, Peterson. The list goes on and on. Oklahoma is one of those historic schools. We haven't won a natty since 2000, but...
The snap. Quarterback drops back. Extending the play now. Gets some space around the 30. Forced out of bounds after a big game. This offense set up for the first down. And that will do it for the first half.
Good first half.
Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Very good first half.
Kickoff team now set to boot this one away. And he'll lead the kickoff right there.
All right, big drive right here. If we can stop him and get the ball back up 2 scores. All right.
And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. They'll try the option play.
Option.
Here. Oh, a fumble here. Can you believe it? We scoop up the ball and still a
Big.
play.
Well, it's a good job by the defense to force the fumble, but you have to have the collective awareness for someone to get on top of it. It's a lucky break for the offense.
They lose yards on first down, so 2nd and long from the 16. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Quick throw over
Give me that.
the middle. Intercepted, picked off by the defense.
I've never actually played Blood Bowl.
Taylor will set up the offense at the 38.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoffs. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. They stop.
Let's kill some clock. Let's go up 3 scores. And let's put this game to bed.
Back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
To throw, it's Arnold. The short completion.
Anderson, 15-10, down to the 5.
They bring him down at the 5. Solid gain, though, in the completion.
Well, this is what you see all over college football and even up, obviously, in the NFL. These tight ends are really recruited as big receivers, and they can get one-on-one matchups, and they've got speed after the catch. This is a short throw. You could see what he does after the catch, and he is a tough matchup.
Oh, wow.
For whether it's a safety, a nickel, or a linebacker.
That wasn't ideal.
Ball back at
Didn't even get the
10-yard
handoff.
line now for 2nd and goal.
I'm not sure why he keeps moving that guy over there.
Tailback tests the middle of the defense. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
I think I'm just going to keep this ball on the ground, if I'm being honest.
2nd down, so we now have 3rd down and goal. The offense could be thinking about 4-down situation. They need to put the ball into the end zone. Let's settle for a field goal here.
Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust.
Get him, Tay-Tay!
Touchdown.
Let's go to round 2, baby.
This offense is still clicking. And they'll set up now for the extra point try.
Thank you, Brush. I'm not gonna lie, that one play, I was like, do I sneeze or do I call the play? Because I got fucking 11 seconds to make the play.
Getting set to kick the ball off now.
And I had no idea what I wanted to do. So I just said, fuck it, run it.
And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. This offense trying to bounce back. The last possession ended in a pick. QB decides to keep it here. Some hard running there through a tackle. They'll tackle him right at the 31.
Ooh, that came close to breaking into the secondary and potentially a big play. Read option, the quarterback keeps it. And while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yards. Only a nice tackle prevented it from going all the way.
Quarterback escapes the pocket. Here's a fumble way behind the line of scrimmage. The ball bounces out of bounds, and the offense will hold on to possession.
Oh my gosh, Chris, you can almost feel a collective sigh of relief coming from the offensive sideline as that ball rolled out of bounds. The offense catches a break. One more awkward bounce, that ball maybe stays in bounds, and the defense has a recovery.
There's a screen pass to the
There's no way I'm letting this happen, right?
And the tackle is made. The defense was
I have played Blitz the League. That game is fucking nonsense.
Great job here by the defense. Third down and long. You drop back in coverage, keep everything in front of you, force that quarterback to have to check the ball down, and then you rally to the football to force his fourth down. Great job here by the D.
Got him. Nope!
Oh, they've stopped him short. What a fourth down play, and they will take over on downs now.
Chris, I totally understand why they were going for this here at this point in the game. You're down by 3 scores. We're in the second half.
That could be an idea.
With the possession that they had, the field position that they had, they needed to make something happen. Unfortunately, not able to come through.
Tackle made to the 21. This offense in great scoring position now.
You know, everybody always wants to talk about quarterbacks today and receivers, and don't get me wrong, that's a big part of the evolution of the game and where we are. But man, for me, as a fan, when I'm watching a game, there's just something satisfying about the teams and the offenses that still have backs that can carry the ball and come up with plays like that. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
The Sooners trying to cash in here in the red zone. One back in the backfield, and he'll get the carry. Got space, looking to score.
Let's go.
Touchdown, Oklahoma. And the route is on. But they'll try to add the lead now for the PAT. PAT is good. They're pulling away 35-10.
Man, we came out here.
Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Field in the end zone. Stewart. Tackle at the 12. The coach wishes he left that one in the end zone.
Can we talk politics? Fuck it. I don't care. As long as you keep it respectful and you're not, like, just shitting on, like, a candidate, like, relentlessly. I don't care.
Michigan offense back out on the field. Last time they gambled and lost. Went for it in fourth down in their territory and got stopped. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. He'll take a deep shot. The ball is picked off. Can he take it all the way? And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Alrighty. And he quit. My opinion? It was unexpected. I didn't think it was going to be a rout. I thought it was going to be incredibly close, but not a rout. Maybe I can get my second game in, too. Big dub, big dub. Yeah, I thought it was going to be super close. I thought... I thought that Kamala was going to win Nevada, Arizona, and Michigan. I thought she was definitely going to win those three. I thought Trump was going to win Georgia. What are the other swing states? I thought he was going to win Georgia, North Carolina. Honestly, I thought he was going to win Pennsylvania, too. Like, if I had to put money on it going into Election Day, I genuinely did think that Trump was going to win the election, but I didn't think it was going to be a slaughter. I really didn't, especially after that debate. Alright, so we get Texas next. Red River rivalry in the fucking Peach Bowl. Strategist unlocked. Oh, cool. I mean, Project 2025. I don't think Trump is. I think Trump was actually honest now when he said he's not that involved with the people who did it. You know, he's not hiring those people. Like, he hasn't mentioned it at all. I genuinely don't think he is going to carry out Project 2025. I thought, like, when he said it in the debate that he was lying off his ass. Like, I was like, there's no fucking way you don't know those guys. But he hasn't been nominating the people that they wanted in their manifesto, I guess I'll call it. I don't fucking know. But I don't think there's any way you can tell me removing the Department of Education, and this is one this is one very small part of it. They want to ban porn. That's, how are they gonna do that? But whatchamacallit, no, I don't think he's actually going to do it. And I think Trump is going to be a lot more laid back these 4 years than the first four. He doesn't have to worry about re-election. He doesn't have to worry about rallying up his base. I think he personally ran just to for his own legal troubles. But like, if there was no January 6th and he wasn't indicted and he wasn't convicted, rather, I don't think he would have ran. I really don't think so. But I think he's going to be laid back. He's just going to hire people that were nice to him during his campaign, like Ramaswamy. Like, he just hired him. And I think, yeah, he's going to do some things we disagree with. But, no, I think it's going to be better than the first 4 years. I genuinely do. That's fucking wild. I'm never moving to the United Kingdom then. But, yeah, I think that is... Do I have any more job offers? Oh, I have an offer from FIU. Oh, boy. No. I could have gone to Utah State last. What is RFK Jr.? So, he put him in, like, a position for, like, Department of Health, I guess. Like, he might do something. I personally think he's just going to sit back and collect a salary for 4 years, if you ask me. And he's going to be like, well, I tried, but it's what it is. But yeah, I really don't think he's going to do much, if I'm being honest with you. I think it's just going to be him sitting back for 4 years. And then maybe trying to run for president, I guess, under the Republican side in 2028. Like, if I had to guess right now, I would say for the Republican side, you're looking at Vance. And I'm talking about people who I think are actually going to be the candidates. I think it'll be Vance. I think it'll be RFK. You'll probably... I don't think you'll see Ramaswamy run again. I think he was just a Trump bandwagon guy. Who else? You might see whatchamacallit, what's his name? DeSantis run again. I think DeSantis is going to run again. And I think you could see an effect of, like, because you remember the first time Trump ran in 2012, he was a laughable candidate. Didn't even come close to making it out of the primaries. And that's kind of what DeSantis did. And I think DeSantis, if he has a good 4 years, like, with the voter base, then I genuinely think him and Vance are going to go at it in 4 years. Yeah, I think him and Vance are going to go at it in 4 years. For the Democrats, I think it's going to be Shapiro out of Pennsylvania. They got Newsom out of California. I don't think either of those candidates really stand a chance. The Democrats got to pull like an Obama out. They just have to like find that guy that takes it by storm because they don't have prospects right now. They don't have any prospects. Bernie's not going to run again. And they would rig it against him anyway. Pete Buttigieg is not going to be president. Who else were the people that dropped out on Super Tuesday 4 years ago? You had Klobuchar, she's not running. Elizabeth Warren's not running. You could see Newsom being that guy. Here's the thing. Not Ben Shapiro, bro. Josh Shapiro out of Pennsylvania. Ron Shapiro. Bro, Ben Shapiro would be the worst president ever. He would be fucking terrible. Shapiro, you actually thought I meant Ben Shapiro. I was talking about the Democrats. But no, that made my night. I just want a playoff game, but that made my night. You're good, bro. I'm just fucking with you. But Shapiro, yeah, he's a wild card. I know a lot of Democrats were upset that they didn't choose him as the vice presidential running mate, especially with everything going on with Israel. But yeah, he fits the bill of what voters want. He's young, he's well liked in Pennsylvania, that's for damn sure. He seems bored, but you know what? There's the thing. If he's popular in Pennsylvania and he can win that state, then the Democrats are probably going to win the election. It basically just comes down to that. The election, like the way the Electoral College is set up nowadays, Pennsylvania, the person who wins Pennsylvania is probably winning the election. Like 75, maybe even higher % chance, I'd say. So if the Democrats think that Shapiro will win Pennsylvania, they'll probably put him up. But if he has a really strong 4 years, then he's their guy. Like, I don't think any debate about it. Newsom, I don't know. He just gets... Is it effective? No. See, and that's the thing. And, that's the thing about politics. Everybody, like, who waves the flag, like, on my street alone, and I'm looking out the window right now, I can see a house with a Trump flag. The people next to them had Harrison Walls signs. There's a truck that has Trump stickers on it, and down the street there's 3 different houses with Trump flags. There's still a house flying a Harris Walls flag. It really doesn't affect us that much. I mean, yeah, you can say the economy, but at the end of the day, I think the economy, like, and the prices rising, is the corporations saying, hey, we can charge more, people are going to pay. It's supply and demand. I really don't think the president and the administration has that much of an effect as people are implying. I really don't think it matters to me. Like, regardless. Look, I'm a white guy living in New Jersey. My life isn't going to change whether Harris is president or Trump is president. Like, I'm going to be honest, my life doesn't change in the slightest. And these people who, like, make it their entire personality, I don't know why. I can't explain it. It's mental illness. That's the only thing I can describe it. They, like, wave flags, T-shirts, this, bumper stickers, this, that. Like, it's the fucking Yankees. Like... They're not a sports team. It's a politician. Like, get off your knees. Your life isn't going to change that much. Like, don't get me wrong. There are people who it does matter for, people here on work visas, people who came for asylum, like the immigrants that Trump is probably going to deport. Yeah, for them it matters. I was talking to my mom, and she has a friend who owns a restaurant, and he asked like all of his workers, like, hey, why are you, like the ones that were voting for Trump, why are you voting for Trump? And they literally responded, well, because Trump is going to deport all the illegal immigrants. And they're like from the same backgrounds. And it sounds confusing at first, but then they're like, but you know what? That's less competition for me to get a job. I'm not part. No, I am straight. I am a straight white male. No, I'm not gay. Um, I'm not even curious. Um, never been actually asked that before. But whatchamacallit, where was I? Yeah, like a lot of like a huge reason that the Latino vote was for Trump over Harris, which was the opposite of 4 years ago, is because, I mean, look, I'm not gonna agree with the people that say misogynistic Latinos. Like, I'm not going to jump on that bandwagon. Is there a faction of it? There's a faction of it in every demographic. But there are a lot of people that said, hey, it's less job competition for me if they get deported. And I totally understand that. Those people's lives are affected. Um, and then, yeah, you have people who are trans that are, their rights. I understand, like, that it does matter to them. But to me, like, to white guys, straight white guys, it really doesn't matter who's president. Our lives aren't changing. They're not changing at all. Like, I live in South Jersey. We're not a sanctuary city. We don't have an influx of the immigrants that were brought here. My life is not different. The only difference in my life from 4 years ago, when Biden became president, to now is I bought a bigger house. Like, that's it. Like, I sold my condo and I bought a house. That's the only difference. And my chat is lagging. You can probably see like the chat messages on the side. Actually, I'm gonna pull it up on mobile. I'm enjoying talking to you guys. I know I'm not playing anymore, but I enjoy the conversation. Let's see. Oh, I actually missed a lot of messages. It's not loading at all. Um, let's see. Bro hasn't seen Femboys yet. Nah, I'm good. I don't need to. Uh, Outside the UK, I thought she had a super easy. No, she definitely did not have a super easy alley-oop. Trump was definitely the favorite going in. It was a slim favorite. Like, I would say going into election day, it was probably a 55-45% chance for Trump or Harris. Like 55% Trump, 45% Harris. It was not supposed to be like this. How you doing, Slime? And no, I'm not super affected. So that's the thing. I really don't care. Slime, by the way, I was watching the Rangers and Jets game last night, and I'm a Rangers fan, so I was thinking of you the whole time because when we had that game tied at 2, I'm like, yeah, we're gonna fucking win this game. He came in my chat talking all this good shit, and I'm gonna be able to throw it right back. And Mika Zibanejad and Keandre Miller made sure that did not happen. Also, Hellebuck played a fucking great game. He is unless it's the playoffs, he is a solid tendy. But yeah, that was a good game. Zibanejad and Miller definitely handed it to you, though. I lost $100 betting on Harris. Why would you bet on Kamala? I mean, I get it after the You know what the thing is, actually? The day before Biden dropped out, and it was pretty obvious that he wasn't going to continue, you could get 9-1 odds I saw on some betting markets for Kamala, and I would have taken that 100% because that could have been $100 turned into $900, plus your original 100 back. But I after the 2020 election, the odds for Trump must have been like 50-1. Like after January 6th and everything, there must have been thought no chance at all. But I got tricked by Brat Summer hype. Honestly, and I bet a lot of the only reason I think it was so close is because that debate. And I know you're going to get your different takes on it left and right, but let's call a spade a spade. Kamala embarrassed Trump in that debate. Trump went into that debate thinking it was going to be a debate like against Biden, where he could just spout his nonsense. Biden would step over himself, forget what he's doing, basically. But Kamala was very well spoken. She pandered a little, but it wasn't perfect. But you could tell she made Trump mad. 30 minutes into that election, or to that debate, Trump got mad, and he started like yelling the whole time. Yeah, it seems the losers of the debate went, yeah, you're right, because can't say Biden was great at debate. You know, it felt like they were both losers in the 2020 debates. Like, Biden sucked, Trump sucked. Trump is not a good debater. He's just good at riling up his base. But, hey, that's what winning an election is. Riling up your base. And that's exactly what Trump did. Let's see. 2020 debates made me hate. Yeah, here's the thing. See, like, I don't know about you guys, but I'm probably older than y'all. I'm 31. My election experience has been, like, the first presidential election that I really, like, paid attention to, because I was, like, the first election I could vote was, Obama against Romney in 2012. That was the first election I could vote. But the first election I really like took an interest in and like got me into politics was Obama against McCain in 2008. So you want to compare what it was like then, and it was just night and day. You had Obama against McCain in 2008. They had different opinions, of course, but they respected each other. And it wasn't far right against far left. Everybody was much closer to the center of the political spectrum. Of course, you had your differences on guns and abortion, but there were two candidates that literally, when you looked at it, you were like, I wouldn't be upset who wins. I'm not going to be upset who wins, and the country will mostly rally behind whoever wins and say, okay, they lost, whatever, let's go. 2012, a little less of that. You know, Mitt Romney had a really stupid comment towards the end of the election where he was like, it was about like 50% of the country like with income inequality, and it kind of doomed him. I don't remember the exact quote, but you can look it up. That kind of doomed him. But again, same story. Like, two candidates that respected each other. They had good debates. And look, I definitely voted for Obama in that election because I didn't like Romney. I thought he was more of a, he was just a puppet for the corporations and the 1%, so I really didn't like Romney. But I wouldn't have gone, like, pissed off, like, all these people if he won. Then you have 2016. That's when everything changes. You get Trump who comes in, and instead of trying to get votes by his message, I think Trump knows his base. His base are not traditional Republicans. They are a very far right base, and he does it by division. I think that's literally it. He gets his votes by division. And that's when it started to not be respectful. It started to be attacks and nonsense. Those Hillary against Trump debates were awful. Hillary wasn't a good candidate either. Don't get me wrong. Hillary was not a good candidate. And there's a reason she got shellacked in that election. Trump, he divided enough and he won. 2020, he went over the line. He divided a little too much. And that's why Biden won. 2024, the Democrats, again, just like in 2016, picked the wrong issues to harp on, and they got their ass kicked. Even worse than 2016. But I don't think you're not going to see these divisive candidates, I think, in 2028 anymore. I think you're going to see two younger guys. I mean, if I had to bet, the Republican candidate is going to be either DeSantis or Vance. I think it's going to be that. It's cut and dry. The Democrats, it's going to be Shapiro, Newsom, or it could be, like I said, a wild card. It's going to be a younger, but regardless, it's going to be two young people. They're going to be respectful of each other. And if you saw the 2016 Brush, I definitely did vote for. I voted for Bernie. I did, because here's the thing: you may not agree with Bernie's policies, you might not agree with the health care, higher taxes to do so. But you know what Bernie is going to do? He is never going to sell out. He works harder for the American people in Vermont, harder than any politician I bet across the country. He would fight for every single American. And that's what I want in a politician. Someone who's not going to sell out and someone who is going to do the right thing. That's why I liked Bernie. He was a good person in an election where I don't think there were really that good people. So that's why I really liked Bernie. But catching up on some of the chat, let's see. Slime, yeah, you're right. The Jets are dangerous because they play the game right. They really don't make mistakes, and when other teams do make mistakes, they pounce on it. Saw that last night. Yeah, Obama was your hero back then. Yeah, Obama was the first candidate I ever voted for back in 2012. Nixon pivoted. Yeah, he did, but it started to come back a little. I think Bernie definitely would have won in 2016, but the DNC rigged it against him in 2016 and 2020 because he's not a, quote, Democrat, even though he has all Democrat policies and beliefs. But even the Dems were like, whoa, that's way too far left. Like, he's literally an independent. He gets the independent vote. You just wanted your person there. That's all it was. Bernie definitely, I think, would have beaten Trump in both 2016 and 2020. That's just my opinion. If Biden beat Trump in 2020, you can't tell me Bernie wouldn't have. No chance. Rizzler 2028, absolutely not. The Rangers have played a lot worse ever since he went to a game wearing a jersey. Jeremy Corbyn, yeah, I actually know who he is because, believe it or not, one of my favorite shows, I mean, I'll say my two of my favorite shows because they're basically the same thing, are Top Gear and The Grand Tour. So I know they mentioned him, so I've actually looked him up sometimes. So yeah, I actually know exactly who you're talking about with that. He's a good guy. Yeah, and that's the thing. Bernie is consistent. He ain't no flip-flopper. You're right, man. Like, he fights for the people. You know his platform. He's not changing. He cares about the people. Sounds like a good president to me. Also, CJ with the Jets, we've made massive improvements. Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people around the NHL are seeing that. You saw with the Panthers last year. You have to have a constant forecheck. You have to be aggressive. You can't just sit back in the neutral zone. People are too fast nowadays in the league. They're just going to run right past you. And that's arguably what the Rangers' downfall. Like, Laviolette, our coach, wanted to run a trap for the majority of the season, and it just doesn't work when you're just standing still. Yeah, it looks nice having all those people back, but you're applying no forecheck, and they're just running right past you, standing still, thinking that someone else is going to pick you up. It's not a good system. Yeah, RFK is a joke. He is a flip. He'll do whatever. He literally endorsed Trump. He was a Democrat, and he can say he's an independent. He's a Democrat. He endorsed Trump just because he gave him a job. He was going to endorse whichever candidate just gave him a job. He doesn't care about Trump. He doesn't care about Kamala. He doesn't care about Republicans or Democrats. He only cares about himself. Like, he is a jackass. Like, that's all I'm going to say on RFK. He is a jackass. What else we got? RFK went from talking about how he'd beat the hell out of Trump. Yeah, exactly. Because Trump gave him a job. That's literally it. That's literally it. And I'm going to tell you exactly what's going to happen with RFK. This whole Make America Healthy thing. His first time that he's going to go try to do one of his things, I guess taking the fluoride out of water. He's going to go up to one of those big companies. He's going to say his plan. They're going to be like, no. And he's going to be like, okay, well, I tried. See ya. That's literally going to be RFK. That's it. And then you're not going to hear of him again for 4 years. And I bet 4 years from now, he's going to try to run again, and it'll be an absolute shit show. I'm from Canada, so we need the libs to lose. You know, here's the thing. I've taken notice of Canadian politics because one of my favorite games is NHL, and I play it all the time. So I have a bunch of friends who from Canada who play the game, and we talk about politics. Like I talk about mine, they talk about theirs. Canada, believe it or not, is, for everybody that doesn't know, is incredibly divisive. The eastern side of Canada is California. The western side of Canada is the Deep South. There's no other way to put it. They are incredibly, like, there is a line that you could cut with a knife down Canada, and it's basically the political landscape. It's left versus right, but it's the opposite. Like, the conservatives are on the left and the liberals are on the right. Canada is a very it's a real hotbed for politics, and it'll be interesting to see what goes on there. He had me with his speech. He gave me home and he spat. Yeah, RFK did do that. No, Canada is not full left. Like I said, the eastern side is very liberal, incredibly liberal. But the western half is as conservative as the eastern side is liberal. No, incredibly divisive. And yeah, I don't know what the fuck Trudeau was thinking. Trudeau was that guy, like, he had a lot of high hopes going in, and then it's just been going downhill, from what I see. He seems like a guy that is more concerned about his image rather than his country. Kind of like the governor of New Jersey. Yeah, and Rocket, that's what wins elections. When people get... You win elections when your base is pissed. You don't win an election when your base is complacent. Look at 2016 and look at 2024. I think that proved it. I think it proved it pretty well. And the thing with voting also is conservatives are generally older people. They are always going to go out and vote. The wild card is the young. Liberals don't vote all the time. The young don't vote all the time. Conservatives are going to go out there and vote. I will give them that 100 days a week. They vote. Liberals only vote if they care, if they think they're affected. That's the big difference. If there are, like, I'm just going to be honest, there are more liberal people than conservative people in the United States. Younger people are generally liberal, and look, people normally turn more conservative as they get older, but if you stay liberal growing up, that's why there are more liberals than conservatives. And a lot of people, like celebrities, I think a lot of them do it for personal image as well. But that's why we have the Electoral College. Will there be another game this stream? If the guy who's Texas comes on, I'll do it. But he's a firefighter, and I think he works 24-hour shifts sometimes. But he is on. I'll tag him right now. I'll tag him to see if he wants to play. Because that would be my second round game. Yeah, that would be cool. He's actually very good at the game, too. Like, everybody remaining in this playoff, like, I know you guys don't know any of these people, but the guy who, I'll go seeds 1 through 8. The favorite won every single game, actually. That's crazy. In round 1. Ohio State has won the championship the first 2 years of this league. He's by far the best player in this league. Number 2, UCF. He's pretty decent at the game. Number 3, Texas. He beat me pretty bad the only time we've ever played in this league. Clemson, I've never beat him before. Kansas State, he's getting a lot better. I'm the 6th seed. Pittsburgh's actually a computer, so UCF will beat them most likely. And Boston College is decent. He pulls out some upsets. But what was I talking about? With the, oh yeah. There are more liberals than conservatives. So, liberals, in theory, should win every election. That's why they win the popular vote the vast majority of the time. When they lose the popular vote, and when they lose an election like this just happened, that's when you see something was very, very wrong. And like I said, since there are more liberals, if they just went out, if all the liberals went out and voted, they'd win every election hands down. Wouldn't even be close. But they don't. They're lazy. They only vote when they think it affects them. They are a lot of them are very easily manipulated, and if they're not pushing the proper hot button issues, they don't care. Right now, for the liberal youth, their biggest thing right now is Palestine, Israel. And I think, and either candidate, Harris or Trump, were going to be very pro-Israel. So, and they would never cut off their funding. So they didn't care. They didn't go out and vote. But the liberals tried to push different issues, and the youth just didn't care. That's why they didn't go out and vote. It's really not hard. Like, politics is a lot simpler than a lot of people think. Yeah, sure, there are some complicated things, but at the end of the day, you can pretty much see you can see the writing on the wall. Vast majority of the time. Like, I thought Trump was going to win this election. I thought he was. I thought he was going to win Pennsylvania. I thought he was going to win Georgia and North Carolina. I thought Kamala was going to keep the blue wall intact minus Pennsylvania. And she ended up losing everything. Trudeau needs the boot. The one thing I will admit, I'm not privy to on Canadian politics. How many more times can he actually run? Is it the same deal? Do you guys do 4-year do you guys do 4-year terms, and you can only win twice? I'm not actually sure what your things are. To be honest, it doesn't feel like Kamala didn't go after shit. Majority on. Yeah, it feels like Kamala's entire thing was like trying to say, I'm not the Joe Biden administration. I know as a vice president, she's not doing that much. Like, she's the border czar, yet she only went down to the border once in her entire presidency. She's not the border czar. She didn't really do anything. Vice presidents don't do much. They are there because if something happens to the president, they're now in charge. So the fact that she spent her entire election distancing herself from Biden, that wasn't a good look. You're literally distancing yourself from the man who chose you. Chose you to be a running mate. What does that say? Why was I confident that Kamala would win Arizona? Because, well, for starters, this is the first election that the Democrats, I think, lost Nevada since 2008. And Arizona, with everything going on with the voter fraud and calling them out, I think that was going to piss off a lot of liberals there. And I thought that we're going to say, yeah, well, fuck you. We're going to go win this election now even harder in Arizona. So I thought Kamala was going to win Arizona. I really did. I thought Trump pissed a lot of the people who live there off. And you got people like Meghan McCain who were factors. You have Kari Lake over there who's just an idiot. There's no other way to put it. Thank God she lost and she's out of the political spectrum. She's just an idiot. No other way to put it. My chat is not loading on the mobile app. I'm trying to keep up with what you guys say on the right. Like, my chat right now, like, on my phone, stops. Oh, wait, never mind. It's loading now. Dick Cheney did a lot, but he certainly was Dick Cheney was a scary dude, bro. He was that was the one time my vice president argument is bullshit. Like, most of the time with the president, they're not actually even the ones making the choices. They are literally, it's their cabinet making the choices, and they're the face of it. Dick Cheney was running the fucking show when Bush was president. He really was running the show. That was a scary dude. And if anything ever happened to Bush and Cheney became president, holy shit. That would have been fucking wild. That might have been like all hands on deck territory. Because I don't think Dick Cheney is a very stable man, to say the least. Yeah, he was. That would have been a really questionable time, to say the least. The position does not have set term of... Really? No term limits? That is stupid. Yeah, that's like with our fucking House and Senate and Supreme Court. Fucking stupid. Everybody should have a term. You know, it shouldn't have term limits. It should have retirement ages. I don't think we should have any politicians over the age of 70. I think 70 should be a mandate. I don't think we should have term. Yeah, you know what? I'll say that. I don't think we should have term limits. I think we should have mandatory retirement ages. Because there is a point where people just don't have it anymore. You look at the House and the Senate right now, it's full of freaking geezers on their deathbed that are literally just there to vote. That's literally it. Like, you look at guys like Mitch McConnell, like, the fact that he's still in office is a disgrace. Did Elon help with Trump winning? Nah, I don't think he played a part. I really don't think Elon played a part. Because liberals don't like Elon already. Conservative people, like, because he's more of a financial person, they like him more. I don't think it played any part, if I'm being honest with you. Kari Lake would have won, but she had long... No, Kari Lake is just... She's literally just a conspiracy theorist in a place where you can't be a conspiracy theorist. Like, Arizona is pretty split down the middle of liberals and conservatives. Probably 55-45 in favor of liberal. I'll use that number again. So, like I said, she called out her own people, her own state for voter fraud. That's not good for an election. It's just not. I mean, you want to talk about, like, more like MAGA people. Lauren Boebert, she had to, you might not have seen this, everybody. She actually had to change her district. She was very, like, she was probably the underdog going into her election this year in her district, I think in the Colorado 3rd District. So she moved to the 4th District, which is overwhelmingly conservative. And that's why she won. If she stayed in the same district, she probably would have lost too. Like, some people can be divisive. Some people, you can't, and it just doesn't work. And I think that's what we saw with Kari Lake. Supreme Court has no term limit. Yeah, Supreme Court has no term limit. It's absolutely... The thing I hate is because they're supposed to be interpreting the law. They're not interpreting the law. They're doing whatever. They're voting along party lines. The Supreme Court should have a set number. A set number. It should be 5 liberals, 5 conservatives. There shouldn't be one or the other because they're making decisions based on their political beliefs. Like, do you find it oddly strange that the Roe v. Wade vote was 6-3 with all 6 conservatives saying repeal and all 3 liberals saying keep? Doesn't really make sense. Not at all. Like, no, it's got to be even because they're not interpreting the law. They're just interpreting what their interests want. No, and we don't vote for we do vote for Supreme Court justices. We do. Like, the Senate and the House. Like, you want to pick the Supreme Court? Then vote for Senate. Vote for House. You know, there are more elections than the president every 4 years. Like, you should be out there voting every single year. I'm out there voting every year. Like, I'll vote for my local elected officials. That's what affects me. Like, the election that affected me the most this year on the ballot was the mayor of my town. That affects me way more than whoever's president. Like, my senator vote to replace Bob Menendez. That was important. My House of Representatives member, I voted for Jeff Van Drew because his office really helped me in the pandemic time getting my unemployment when I was unable to work because of COVID. Like, that's the thing. Like, I voted out of the 3 spots, I voted across party lines. I did not vote all conservative. I didn't vote all liberal. I vote for the candidate. And local elections are the most important thing to you. So you should be out there voting every single year, not just every 4 years. That's a big issue, and a lot of people will not do that. But yeah, you vote for the Supreme Court. You absolutely do. Look, the justice doesn't matter. It really doesn't. They're just going to vote on their party line. If you're not voting for the Senate and you're not voting for the House effectively, guess what? They're going to vote for you. That's how it works. So yeah, you are voting. No, I hate my mayor. I hate my mayor. And I'll get into that in a minute. But let me catch up on chat. Do we know if Bush voted for Trump or Kamala? Brush, I actually wondered that. I actually was just thinking about that yesterday. I don't know. I bet he voted for Kamala. I'll be completely honest with you. I bet he voted for Kamala because I don't think he's the biggest Trump fan. I really don't. I would not be surprised if he's a never Trumper. I see you're listing a lot of things you don't like about Trudeau, and I'll be honest, Rocket. It's like that scene in Good Burger where Kel's looking like, oh, I know some of these words. That's literally it. I don't know who Rideau Hall is. Aga Khan. Eagle Spirit Pipeline I heard of. Elbow Gate I've never heard of. Blackface definitely heard of. That scandal. The Worker Program, I've heard of that. And the Trans Mountain Pipeline. I've heard of that one too. Yeah, oh yeah, now I've caught up to yours. No, because the mayor of my town... See, here's the thing about my town. I live in South Jersey, and a lot of South Jersey towns are where people retire to, believe it or not. So we have a very high concentration of retired people in my area. And the mayor of our town continues, and the town over too. Hey, Alpha, welcome to Political Talk. It was originally my playoff game, and now it's this. But no, the mayor of my town consistently will bulldoze like wooded areas, the natural beauty of our... Here's the thing, I live in an ocean town. I live on the beach, basically. They continue to knock down all the beauty, the forest areas, to just build more 55 and over developments, and it's fucking disgusting. So I vote heavily against who's in power. But the problem is, I'm in an incredibly conservative area. My town is incredibly conservative. In 2016, in the entire state of New Jersey, my town was the 6th biggest difference, Republicans over Democrats. I don't know the stat for 2020 or 24, but I remember it for 2016. So, no, the people in office just keep getting voted in, and it happens for the town over as well. They do the same thing. It's just building all, like, and we're not even building, whatchamacallit, like entertainment districts, like strip malls. Like, the motto I have for my town is, where people come to die. That's literally it. I hate it. So honestly, I'm going to be completely honest with you. If I'm not doing much next year, I've considered running for local office. And I have an idea as well, because it's so mainly conservative, since I wouldn't be able to run on the Republican ticket because it would be the incumbent. But it would be the make, and I'm not going to throw the name of my town out there, make X great again. X being my town name. That's the party I would make. And that would be like my, hey, I'm conservative, but I actually am doing things that aren't what they're doing. So that's my grandmaster plan. But I'm considering it. I genuinely am for next year. Let's see. What do you think of the conspiracy that Biden either voted for Trump or No, he voted for Kamala. He definitely voted for Kamala. But there is a chance old Sleepy Joe got demented. And can you imagine if I was holding a local office making these videos? It would be the funniest shit ever. That would be the hook on its own. But whatchamacallit, unless Sleepy Joe had a moment and fell asleep in the booth and accidentally clicked Trump, no, he definitely voted for Kamala. I'll dismiss that conspiracy. Let's see. Yeah, I definitely saw the list. Rocket, I don't know if you heard me. I made the Good Burger reference. I know some of those things on your list. Nothing that can make more income than just random shit. Yeah, like we have a town next to us that is, they have a lot of housing, don't get me wrong, and they're a bigger town, but they have an entertainment district. All the people from our town go to there for dining, for like shopping. They don't do it in our town. Sorry about the Packers-Lions game. Me too. Wait, who was I going to vote for? Yeah, Biden probably voted for RFK. Let's be honest. He probably voted for RFK and be like, oh, that JFK fellow. Yeah, I liked him. Despite the fact that he's been dead. I might honestly do it. I'm honestly considering running for local office. I genuinely am. Crazy how the... Come on, chat, load. Crazy how the dude who got the most votes in election history ended up being the most unpopular president. Yeah, he survived that gunshot wound very well. I mean, I actually haven't checked the numbers. I don't know if Biden has a lower approval rating, but then again, but that goes back to what I was telling you guys earlier. Democrats and liberals vote on how they think they're going to be affected. They were tired of Trump, so they went out and voted against Trump. They had a Democrat in office the last 4 years. Again, parties lose when their base gets complacent. Parties win when their base is pissed. What did we see the last 2016? Republicans were pissed that Democrats had it the last 8 years. Trump wins. 2020, Democrats were pissed about Trump being in office. Democrats win. 2024, Republicans pissed about the Democrats. And the Democrats appealed to all the wrong issues. Seriously, the people who run the DNC are the biggest fucking idiots. They took the lessons from 2016 and they learned in 2020, but they completely forgot about those same lessons and repeated 2016 8 years later. The people who run the DNC are just fucking stupid. They all need to be replaced. If you can have a worse opinion than James Buchanan, that's an achievement. Oh, old president. Not a lot of people are going to know what you're talking about, Brush. Not a lot of people are going to know what you're talking about. Yeah, he was down there. Let's see, what else we got? Shit, I caught up on chat. I haven't caught up on chat for a while. I don't like being caught up on chat. Somebody say something! Oh, by the way, I'm plugging myself, but hopefully you all are in attendance for Crystal tomorrow at noon. And let's just say there's going to be memes. I took that week off, so I wasn't a week late on the memes. Like, I mean, I'm a week late, regardless, but like, I didn't want to have a video that was talking about the lead up to the election after it already had happened. It would not have made sense. Yes, I appreciate those comments. So, look, this episode is going to be filled with memes. And who won, Dark Maga or Dark Brandon? Yeah, you're going to have to see, I guess. Hey, CJ, quick message before going to bed. It's 4 a.m. here. Can't wait for a new episode. Will we get peanut content? I'm going to be completely honest. And you can call me out for being ignorant. I didn't know. I saw a lot of peanut talk, before, like all the memes, before the election. And the whole time I'm looking at it, I'm like, who the fuck is Peanut the Squirrel? I don't know what the hell it is. And I didn't care. I was like, why are Republicans just talking about this fucking squirrel in New York? I don't know what's happening. And I chose not to look into it. I'm like, I don't care. This is dumb. I only looked it up after the election, and from my understanding, it's about some guy who got raided who had a pet squirrel, and the SWAT team just turned it into JFK's head. That was terrible. Why did I say that? That was the first thing that came to my mind. I'm not going to make another JFK joke on that. Thank you, whoever put that idea in my head earlier. I think it was Brush. I could be wrong. Yeah, I didn't really know anything about Peanut. But yeah, there's not going to be any content in the video about that, I'll be honest. I'm a bit of a new viewer. I'm assuming you're I'm a Sooners fan. My favorite NFL team is the Packers. And I know you're probably listening and saying, wait a minute, you live in New Jersey, you root for Green Bay, and you root for Oklahoma. I was raised on the Packers. That's just how it is. I was raised Yankees, Packers. That was it. That's what I was raised on. I picked up the Rangers and the Nets on my own. But Oklahoma is because I had a buddy growing up, and I didn't care about college sports at all, but he always had the college football and the college basketball game in 2000 and 2001, and we hung out pretty much every day. So we would always use the top 2 teams in the game. So he would always use North Carolina in basketball and USC in football. I'd always use Duke in basketball and Oklahoma because they were the number 2 ranked teams in college football. And since I used them like every single day, I just started rooting for them. So that was really it. I mean, if I had a local college team, it would be Rutgers. I went to a Division III school in New Jersey called William Patterson, so they don't play like in these games. I actually imported them into this game. I was going to make a series, but it never really took off, so I kind of gave up on that. Thanks, Alex. I'll keep it up. Saying, like, apparently he was famous before. There's no way that Peanut the Squirrel was famous. There is no way Peanut the Squirrel was famous before then. I never heard it. Never once. And it was some guy who got swatted, so I'm not sure how he could have been famous. 2024 Harambe. That's a meme I never really enjoyed. Like, I'm not saying, like, I didn't care, like, about it, but I don't know. Just, yeah, it's a shame he got put down, but people made it their entire personality for memes, and I'm like, all right, it's not that funny. You're a Bama fan and a Niners fan? Yeah, not good times for you right now, man. I mean, McCaffrey's back, so the Niners will be good again. They're the bane of our existence in the playoffs. Bama, I don't know what Caitlin's doing to them. So, yeah, I think Alabama's in for a bad time. But yeah, for everybody here, I'll give you, you know what, you're here right now and you've stayed a long time, so I'll give you some spoilers for tomorrow. Let's see. There is a guest appearance. There is a guest appearance in tomorrow's episode. I'm not going to say who, but there is. What else can I say? Trump talks a lot of shit. Of course. What else can I say? That's it. That's I think all I can give you. It's not, you know, I will say this. It's an episode. It's kind of like a lot of the episodes in Kanto where it's not the toughest battles. So, look, it's hard to make content in Kanto. I will be honest. It is really hard to make content in Kanto because while Crystal was such an innovative game, I mean, can you talk about Pokemon like back in the day? You make Pokemon Yellow, which, and this is what I grew up with. I was born in '93. They make Yellow, which was literally a game made for the anime, which was the #1 show for kids my age. That's why I love that game so much. And then they make Crystal, which is literally 2 generations in one. I love the concepts, don't get me wrong. But holy shit, they fucked up with the level scaling. How are you 10 levels higher than every single trainer in Kanto? It's hard to make content for that. Look, the battles aren't hard. The battles early on when I was losing Pokemon and people were fainting, it was so much harder. Like, the first 4 badges before I had, like, a really set team, that was tough. Those were the tough times of this run. But, yeah, Kanto, it's tough because everybody's in the 30s. I'm in the high 40s. Now, don't get me wrong, it's gonna ramp up. It is, and I can't wait for that. But that's why, like, these videos are a lot, and I've seen comments saying, like, oh, why isn't it more about the gameplay? Well, because the gameplay's easy right now. It's super easy. So I'm trying to really, like, dig deep in the writing well and, like, make funny videos right now. Like, that are going to reference what's going on in real life, keep the presidents true to themselves, but at the same time, keep it interesting. Because is it interesting beating Pokemon I'm 10 levels higher than? These gym battles, there's, like, the Ace is a challenge, don't get me wrong. I mean, the Muck was pretty annoying going up against Erica, but it was never in doubt. But the battles are going to ramp up. Like, Blue, I don't know if you guys know, the 16th badge Blue, once I get past Blaine, I'm underleveled. That's just a fact. All the trainers around Blaine in the Seafoam Islands have Pokemon in the 40s. Blaine has 245s, I think, and a 50, if I'm remembering correctly. And then you got Blue, who his lowest Pokemon is 54. Right after Blaine. Literally, as soon as you finish the battle with Blaine, you fly to Viridian City and battle Blue. It's back to back. Blaine's strongest is a 50. Blue's weakest is 54. He has 3 58s. So my entire team is going to be under-leveled against Blue. It flips on a switch, and that's literally what it is. Crystal does great up until the 7th gym. The level scaling makes sense. Arguably, maybe a little high for the 6th gym with that level 35, but it was doable and it was a good challenge. But then you go to Mahogany Town and all the trainers nearby are in the teens and all the Rocket members are in the low 20s and you're like, what the hell is this? They fucked up the level scaling in that game so bad. And yeah, Kanto is harder to make content for. There's a reason why I originally wasn't going to do Kanto, because it was like, it's easy. Who cares? But look, to be a good YouTuber, you have to be able to write, and that's what I enjoy doing. I enjoy writing. So that's why Kanto's happening. And yeah, one donation last week said, the Kanto speedrun. Yeah, it is a Kanto speedrun. If it's not a speedrun, it would be embarrassing. But yeah, the run is definitely gonna get hard very soon. The last 2 episodes are gonna be very hard, if I make it there. So Blue and Red, I mean, look at Red. His entire team is in the 70s with a Pokemon at level 81. Like, you literally go, these are badge 15, 45, 45, 50. Badge 16, 54, 3 58s. Red, 70s. That is dramatic. There are really no battles in between those 3 right there. You have Blaine, Blue, Red. That's it. There's nothing else to do after that point. And literally, you're going from a trainer in the first battle that has guys in the 40s to then a guy who has in the 70s. What level scaling is that? There is a lot of grinding that I'm going to have to do between Blue and Red. But yeah. Let's go back to the chat. I actually have chat to catch up on. Woohoo! Certainly, even if you played Heart Gold and Soul Silver, it would be less interesting. But here's the thing, and I get a lot of flack for it. They're like, you're not getting a lot of the subs you can get because you're playing games that not a lot of people in this generation are interested in. I understand that. Look, if my first series was Ruby, if I did Ruby instead of Yellow, I guarantee I'd have twice the subscribers I'd have right now. Guarantee it. They'll come. I'm going to do that series. So I think I'll get the subs. I'll be fine. Obviously, the genre I don't think is as popular as it was when it came out. And maybe I screwed myself there a little. But look, I'm only going into the more interesting games. And I'm going into the games I grew up with. It's interesting to me. If the game's not interesting to me, then I'm not making a video for it. It has to be a game I like, a game I grew up with. I played Soul Silver in college, and I'll be honest, to keep it interesting, I did it what I called the Youngster Joey run, where I only used a Rattata the entire game. By the 8th gym, I had like a level 80 Rattata. It was crazy, and I was still struggling. But yeah, I liked Crystal. That's the game I had growing up. That's why I'm playing it. Until we get to Red, I don't see it getting good. Blue's going to be a good battle. Blue is a higher level than my team. I'm not looking forward to doing that battle. I haven't done it yet, actually. And here's the thing about this series. Like, I don't film dramatically ahead. Like, I'm still going. I have not beaten the game yet. Have not beaten the game. I don't understand how Gen 1ers exist as if Gen 5 don't have the best games by far. I'll be honest, like, by that age, Gen 4 was my last, like, go hard game. Like, I was actually, like, in OU in Gen 4 on Showdown, I was top 15. I was. Like, I went hard on that with my Excadrill team. But, Gen 5, I guess it was just my age. I really stopped caring about Pokemon after Gen 4. Like, Gen 4 was the last one I really went in. Gen 5, 6, 7, 8. There are Pokemon I'll look at and be like, what Pokemon is that? I'll be completely honest with you. Gen 5 on is going to be a brand new experience to me. Like, I played the games, like, and my mic went off. But yeah, I stopped caring after Gen 4. So anything after, like, when I get to Gen 5, it's going to be, okay. You know, actually, here's some channel lore for you. Do you know actually the first game I was going to do was Diamond? The first game I was going to do on the channel was Diamond because Gen 4 was my favorite games. Like, to play because they were tough. They were tough. Like, growing up. Like, they were not easy games. And the only reason I didn't do Diamond first is because I had my old laptop, my old Alienware laptop at the time. Like, I have my Lenovo Legion now, so it's not a problem. But I literally could not run and record Diamond without lagging. So I couldn't do Diamond. Dilkson's doing Platinum, so I'm not going to step on his feet with that. I'm going to play Diamond. And if GP says he wants to play Diamond, I'm telling his bitch ass he can play Pearl. I'm putting my foot down with that one. Believe it or not, in terms of games, I was going to play Luigi's Mansion, believe it or not, after Crystal and before Ruby. And then Shy-Con came out and said he was going to do it. And I kind of just said, all right, I won't do. He didn't care if I did it, but I don't know. It's something about me. It just feels wrong. So since he said he wants to do that game, I'm not going to do it. I was going to do Luigi's Mansion before Ruby. I might play something else, though, in between Ruby. To get some more. Because I want Ruby to kind of be like my best. Like, Yellow was how I got into it. Gen 2, I think the content is much better than Gen 1. Gen 3, I want that to be my magnum opus. I want that to be my crowning achievement series. And then we see what happens from there. So I want as many subs as possible going into Ruby. So I might play I might play 2 games before Ruby, if I'm being completely honest with you. I want as many subs as possible. I want as many eyes on Ruby as possible. Let's see. Gen 4, I think, yeah, I'm still back at that message. I think Gen 4 will definitely humble me. I don't even know if I'm going to do a Nuzlocke on that. Like, I might do that game vanilla, because Ruby is going to be just a standard Nuzlocke. So that means I will be doing a vanilla game, a randomizer Nuzlocke, and a randomizer, the first 3 gens. So I'm going to get all 3 of those out of the way. Gen 4, I might just do vanilla. I haven't decided that yet. Blue and red, yeah, I bet they're going to be fun to watch. Old man yelling at clouds energy. You're not wrong, my guy. You're not wrong. I am an old man. I'm 31. There's a ROM hack for Crystal called Crystal Legacy. It adds quality of life updates. I wanted the vanilla game. Nobody has it better than me. I got my cat in my room, tuning into the CJ stream now. I'm going to listen to the latest talk to. I will never watch that podcast. That's just me. I will never watch that. Yeah, I bet Pokemon Red with Rattata was easy when you got it to level 100, just spamming Super Fang. The music editing and everything could have fooled me. It slapped so hard. I stopped caring about Pokemon games after Gen 8. I got actually back into Pokemon for Gen 9. Like, believe it or not, I have Scarlet, and I filled the decks in that game twice. I filled it once, and then I bought the OLED Switch, and I had no idea that you cannot save Pokemon save file games over the cloud. It's not possible. Nintendo doesn't allow it. So when I bought my OLED Switch, I lost all of my save data. So I had to start from scratch. So I filled the decks again a second time. And then my second time playing, I named my character Lil Larry. and I literally only used normal type Pokemon. I made my character look just like Larry, and even had like the sad eyes and everything, and I only used normal type Pokemon. So uh, that was fun. Fun little challenge to do. Scarlet and Violet, look, it's clear that Pokemon rushed it, and the FPS is embarrassing. There's no other way to put it. But I kind of like the open world aspect. I do. I think it can be improved on, and I think they fucking better. All right, man. I just saw your message come up on stream. Have a good night, my guy. Let me try and go through pretty more of these. Tell that bitch ass Uvox he can get screwed too. Yeah, trust me, I plan on it. What games am I thinking of doing? I'm keeping that close to the chest. How do I put this? I'm not happy I didn't get a chance to do Luigi's Mansion. And look, I could still do it. I don't think anybody cares if I do it. It's just kind of like a personal thing. Like, I love the community we have in AI Force 1, and I would never want to do another game that somebody else played. Like, I only want to do something that I did only. If someone plays the game I play after that, whatever, it happens. But I don't know. Literally, nobody cares. I'm the only person that cares. I've had, like, Vox and GP tell me it doesn't fucking... I've had ShyCon tell me it doesn't fucking matter, just play it. And I don't know, it's just me. It's just me. But he's done such a great job, Shy, and Luigi's Mansion is supposed to be his finale. So, fuck it. I want that to be the only one. I want it to be special for him. Like, fuck it. I want him to go. I want him to ball out. I will let him have that. Another game I really would have loved to do was Sunshine or 64, but Sushims and Cactus. I might do SM64. I might do SM64 because that's not a game just one person has done. Sunshine, I like that game a lot. It's just a really long series. I mean, I can say a really long series. Can you guys want to think about this? Crystal started in January. Pokemon Crystal is going to last the entire 2024. It's going to end in December. We're going to run... Mount Silver is going to happen by December. Pokemon Crystal was the 2024 game. It's going to be a series that, if played to completion, is going to have about 35 episodes. Isn't that crazy? Yellow was half the length Crystal was. Half the length. Like, Crystal is... I'm going to miss Crystal. I really am. Like, I've put so much time into that. Like, you think every episode takes about 10 hours worth of editing. That doesn't even include gameplay. I'm going to miss Crystal. I've invested so much time into that game. And it's brought me a lot of subs. It's brought me a lot of attention. But, man, I'm going to miss it. It was literally... I went through everything with Crystal. The downfall of... I lost... Remember when I started Crystal, I had 11 labs. And then, remember, 5 episodes in, 11 labs is ripped away from me. I have to take 3 weeks off. I create the arc of the oppressor. Like, then they come back, episode 10. I've used 3 different voice generation services in Crystal. 11 Labs, Play, and Parrot. I actually had to go back to Play for a few episodes because Parrot was being really weird. Like, they had a lot of, like, people who uploaded, like, voices of, like, people like sex workers moaning. So they disabled the entire platform other than their verified voices. I couldn't use Parrot for like 3 months. So I started with 11 Labs, went to Play HT, then used Parrot, had to go back to Play HT, and now I'm back on Parrot. My lights just flickered. I don't think that's good. How is the behind the scenes stuff? Let's see. Oh, wait. Presidents play horror games. I actually have never seen them. How is the behind the scenes stuff going? Like, I know all it's... Here's the thing. I lost my 11 labs in February. I had my adjustment period. I took 3 weeks off. I experimented. I had my bad time already. Here's the thing. Everybody that just lost their 11 labs now, they're lucky. There's no other way to put it. They are lucky people. They're going through what I went through 10 months ago. So I'm fine. A lot of people are worried, like, oh, what do I do? Do I use Play? Do I use Parrot? Do I use Voxbox? And yeah, I'll help them. Like, everybody likes using Play HD. I hate Play HD. I hate it. I feel like the website always lags. The generations are incredibly inconsistent. And I'm not there to fuck around with sliders. Look, if you perfect it, I think the voice model is way more important than the generation. Way more important. And Parrot, for me, not only is it incredibly affordable, $50, and it's cheaper now, but when I did it, it was a one-time payment of $50, and I have unlimited characters. I was able to upload my voices. Parrot is consistent. Do I wish that... Oh my god, Alpha, I saw that message. Oh my god, I'm not sure. I might play other games in between, Alpha. Thank you for planning out my life for the next 10 years. Parrot is consistent, bro. It really is. It never lags. Never. That website never lags. You can get the video you want so much quicker. The only issue with Parrot is when you try to, they are very like strict on new voices that get uploaded. So believe it or not, when I did the Sabrina voice a few episodes ago, I tried to originally upload it to Parrot, but every time I try to generate, it's like it can't do it because it's like voice generation failed. Because I think they verify and they don't have a big team. It takes an incredibly long amount of time. You probably have to go through support. So I had to go to Play HT for the Sabrina voice. And I think it came out really nicely. I had some good voice clips, but yeah, I don't like Play HD. I really don't. It's incredibly inconsistent. It lags like crazy. I like Parrot. If you have a good voice model, Parrot is the way. If Parrot could do one thing, and I think would make it by far the best alternative to 11 Labs, they need to put in a feature that Play HD has where you can adjust the speed. Like with Play HD, when you enter the generation, you can have it play at like 1.0, like times 1.0, which is normal, but you could speed it up. You can go times 1.1, 1.2 to make them speak a little faster, maybe a little more expressive. Parrot doesn't have that. And I use Adobe Premiere to make my videos, and if I try to like slow it down, it just turns into this low, echoey thing. If I try to slow it up, and if I try to speed it up, it just sounds like this. It goes really fast and it's high pitched, and it just doesn't work. If Parrot could introduce that feature, but I really don't think they are. I think Parrot is kind of just like content with what they have. If they do that, Parrot is fucking goated in my eyes. Look, 11 Labs was the best. There's no other way to put it. They have the best like source code, and the fact that they ripped it all away from us is disgusting because they're known to be the best. And they just assumed any time AI came into play, they'd get blamed for it. So they covered their own ass. That's all it was. 11 Labs was just covering their own ass. But everybody else, like Play HT, Parrot, Voxbox, they're like, shit, we can do whatever the hell we want. Because everybody will just always blame 11 Labs. That's how it is. But, yeah. But let me see your timeline, Alpha. Yellow was 2023, Crystal 24, Ruby 25, Diamond 26, Black and White 27, Black and White 2. No, I'm not playing Black and White 2 and Black and White. I know they're different storylines, but technically Crystal is different from Gold and Silver. X and Y 29, Sun and Moon 30, Ultra. No! Scarlet and Violet 2023. Yeah, we'll be on Pokemon Generation 14. I'm just never going to catch up. And yeah, Vox, believe it or not, reached out to me for I generated those Parrot voices in his video. He reached out to me. He gave me exactly what he wanted Moist Critical to say. And I generated those lines. And, you know, that's the thing. I know everybody, like, knows we're good friends because, like, we have the Discord together, we do streams together. We really are fucking great friends. And maybe that is what holds me back from ever wanting to play. That literally, no, it's not what I think it is. That's what holds me back from wanting to do a game that somebody else already played. Because they're my boys. Like, I want them to thrive. I'm so happy to see GP hit 15k subs. I'm so happy to see Vox like finding his niche with the tweakers. And to be honest, I'm the one who kind of pushed him to do it because there was a guy, and you'll notice in the tier list video, the guy he put next to President's Discord server in the abandoned their community. Not a lot of people know about this, but a year ago, like right when the genre came out, he released a video. He released the President's Ranked Drugs, and it was the funniest fucking shit that was ever. Like, I couldn't stop laughing watching the video. So me and Vox loved that video together. We watched it so many times, and I'm the one who told him, I'm like, you need to make the tweakers. I pushed him to do it. And I couldn't be happier that he's gotten this success. And in the beginning of the tier list video, where he's like, Broadway, this is your fault. It is my fault. I was the one who had the idea for ranking President's tier list, ranking channels. I was a bitch, though. I just said I can't do it. It would be suicide. Like, it would be, I would kill my channel if I made that video ranking other channels. And then I looked at Vox and I'm like, have the tweakers do it. He's like, what do you mean? And I'm basically telling him, bro, have the tweakers rank the President's channels. Because nobody can get mad at you if it's presidents that are high off their ass doing it. Nobody can get mad at you. Nobody will ever say a word, and it's just all going to be memes because they're all high as fuck. If I made the video ranking them, doing a tier list, or if like Vox did it like vanilla, with him or the presidents or us AI Force 1 people did it, it would have been channel suicide. But I saw the opportunity with the tweakers, and that's why I fucking love the tweakers. But, bro, me, Vox, GP, PGD, Dilkson, Pokemon Presidents, on and on. We're tight, man. Like, we want to see each other grow. So, no, we don't do it just for show. Like, last week, me and Vox were playing Power World till 6 in the morning, back-to-back nights. Like, we are boys, and I couldn't be happier to have met them. And I'm so happy I came up with AI Force 1, Pokeforce 1 at the time. But, yeah, best idea I ever had in terms of YouTube. I tried a lot of YouTube shit growing up, doing Let's Plays, broadcasting for esports. But, yeah, AI Force 1 was my best idea ever. And I don't think I'm ever going to top it. And I think that's a pretty good spot to end this. It was fun, guys. It really was. I enjoyed this. I enjoyed the game was nice, don't get me wrong. Kicked his ass 35-10. But, nah, this was good. I enjoyed this little talk. I hope to see you all for episode 30 tomorrow. Of course, we premiere at noon Eastern. That's going to be it for me. You guys have a great rest of your night. How long did we go for? We went for almost 2 hours. 2 freaking hours. That's awesome. But, alright guys, you have a great rest of your night. I'll see you later. Peace.